Is abortion up until birth about to become enshrined in the Florida State Constitution? Find out more today on Florida Focus. Hey guys, I'm Noah Fay, and joining me today is Aaron DiPietro. Aaron, we got a hefty podcast to do today.
We do, yeah.
We're talking about the abortion amendment that is working its way to becoming on the ballot here in Florida in 2024. And so tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so a little bit of background here. So the radical pro-abortion group Floridians Protecting Freedom, which is a very nice-sounding name.
It does sound
has
nice.
Nothing to do
I care
with
about my freedom.
Yeah, exactly. It's really being funded by radical pro-abortion groups like the ACLU and Planned Parenthood. And the amendment basically reads as follows. No law shall prohibit, penalize, delay, or restrict abortion before viability or when necessary to protect the patient's health, and so on and so forth. Well,
as determined
by the patient's healthcare provider. So here's the thing. The amendment is extreme, number one, and it's very deceptive. It would enshrine abortion as a fundamental right in Florida's Constitution and would allow abortions for virtually any reason up to 9 months of pregnancy. And the reason, so here's the reason. Number one, the terms viability is not defined. The term health is not defined, and the term and patient's healthcare provider is not defined as well in this amendment. Which means that first of all, viability is not defined, so there's no necessarily clear stopping point as when abortions are allowed to be regulated. Second, it allows a health exception. Well, a health exception could be you've got morning sickness, or you've got mental anxiety. It could be you have mental health care issues. Basically, any quote-unquote health issue could be brought up as an excuse to be able to have an abortion all the way up to 9 months. So basically, the exception swallows up even the viability rule. So it wipes that away. And then the term healthcare provider is not defined in this amendment. Healthcare provider under Florida law could be as broad as like a foot podiatrist, a physical therapist, a chiropractor, a mental health counselor, or an abortion clinic lobbyist, lobby worker could be prescribing abortions under the broad language of this amendment. It is radical and it is dangerous.
So that's why it's deceptive. That's why it's dangerous. Here's the thing, though. They got their necessary signatures to trigger the Supreme Court review.
Correct.
And so this is where they're basically challenging the single subject nature of the amendment.
Correct. So the Supreme
what's
Court.
happening?
So we're waiting for the Supreme Court to rule. They heard the oral arguments about a month or so ago. We're waiting on them to rule. We will get a ruling by April 1st. Lord willing, we are hoping that the Supreme Court will strike down this deceptive and devious language. However, if they do not, if they allow it to move forward in the ballot, we need to be mobilized to be able to attack and call out this dangerous radical amendment. I mean, we truly are dealing with radical policies that, number one, are horrible for women and children here in the state of Florida, undermine our health laws, it undermines parental consent here for abortion, for minors to get abortions here in the state of Florida, and wipes away the 24-hour waiting period,
the notification,
the ultrasound, yes, all these different things. It just completely guts. And again, it would allow abortion up into the moment of birth, pretty much for any quote-unquote health reason.
Right. Because from what I understand, they're basically standing outside of Publix, Walmart, gas stations, anywhere, to gather their signatures. And when someone says, "Oh, it's it's not going to restrict abortion before viability," well. That's okay, right? Obviously, we don't believe so.
But people don't know what viability is.
They're thinking, if the baby's not viable and they want to get an abortion, sure, whatever, right? The issue is because it's so deceptively
it allows it even after that. So it's a dangerous amendment. We're excited. We're very concerned about this, but we're also excited about the coalition that is forming to take down this amendment should it get on the ballot, and that is the organization Florida Voters Against Extremism. Their website is Too Extreme for Florida, or Too Extreme for FL.com. Too Extreme for FL.com. There you can be able to find out more information about the amendment that breaks down why this amendment is so dangerous, all the legal and the medical and the policy implications of this. I mean, this will radically change the state of abortion law here in the state of Florida.
And when this ruling comes back from the Supreme Court, I know there's a way that they can subscribe to the mailing list.
Yes.
Is that going to be an alert that's pushed out?
Yeah, no. So sign up for on their email list. You'll be able to get updates and the latest notifications.
We'll obviously be pushing out.
We'll be pushing out as well,
is.
But definitely sign up for their emails as well. You'll get updates on how you can be able to get involved on your local level and getting the word out about this dangerous amendment. You can also follow them on Facebook, on Twitter, X, and Instagram as well. But definitely, please plug into this organization as well. We're partnering with them as well as many other coalition partners to be able to call out this dangerous amendment and make sure that abortion up until the moment of birth does not become the law of the land here in the state of Florida.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like Aaron said, make sure to follow, subscribe to the email list. Make sure you're subscribed to us on social media, because the moment this ruling happens, we will be pushing out if it was struck down, if it was allowed to move forward, whatever the case is. So make sure you're staying up to date on everything with us to know when we need to mobilize and fight this. So.
But definitely follow us on social media, and also sign up at tooextremeforfl.com. Sign up for their email alerts and get on their social media platforms as well. This is too important of a battle for us to be sitting on the sidelines. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you guys next time on Florida Focus.
Yeah, thanks, guys.